Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing my 6-week postpartum update, and I have a few notes on my phone, so if I'm looking down, that's what I'm reading. For starters, we are still exclusively breastfeeding, and that's going really well. I think that for me personally, probably the second week was the hardest week for us breastfeeding, only because the first few days were just amazing. I was so surprised that the baby was doing so well and that I was doing so well, and we were both just pros at breastfeeding. But then the second week, my nipples were very sore. One of them cracked and was a little bit bloody, so that was definitely the most painful week for me. And after that healed, I kind of just learned a few tricks to avoid that, and that just after that, it was that was our only little hiccup with breastfeeding. I've only pumped twice still, and that was for those 2 weddings that we had to attend. But other than that, she's been exclusively breastfeeding and not even taking any bottles or anything like that. She won't take a pacifier. My husband felt very strongly about pacifiers, and he doesn't want to use pacifiers on our baby. But I feel that sometimes you kind of just need it. For example, last night we went to a heat game, a basketball game, and on our way home we picked up food, and she loves her car seat and she loves being in the car, so as the car was moving it was perfect. But once we got through the drive-thru and we had to stop, she had a fit, and I think she was hungry, and it's just at that point we can't really do anything. We can't just stop and breastfeed her because we're moving and we're in the car, and we just can't do that. So in times like that, I feel like a pacifier is needed, and so I kind of just popped out the pacifier and I was like, please just use it. So he tried it and she would just not take it. She was like, ugh, and like would spit it out every time we would put it in. And I feel like maybe because we didn't introduce a pacifier from the beginning, she just has no idea what it is and she just won't take it. And she just woke up, so I'll be right back. Okay guys, so we're back. So she is currently, well, the last doctor's appointment that we went to, she was 21 inches and a half, and she weighed 7 pounds and 15 ounces. So right now I'm guesstimating that she weighs 8 pounds and 10, 11 or 12 ounces around there. I really don't know because we don't weigh her at home, so I don't have a precise weight for her, but that's probably pretty accurate. She is currently fitting into newborn onesies and newborn pants, but she doesn't fit into the newborn pajamas, the ones that kind of have the little booties and pants and all, the whole thing kind of in one, where it's either with a zipper or snaps. She's too long for them, so her legs are kind of just really crowded in there, so we can't use that anymore. But she's kind of at an awkward stage because the 0 to 3 month outfits are still a little bit too big and the newborn are getting too tight. So she's kind of in between that. And it's really funny because I try to put her in onesies that are 0 to 3 months, but she's kind of swimming in the outfits. They're still too big for her. So that's that. Her hair is actually lightening up. She was born with really dark brown hair, and now it's getting more towards light brown, and in the light it's even reddish. And it's funny because I always made fun of my husband. He has probably light brown hair, but he always uses gel and all these things in his hair, so it makes it look dark brown, almost black. But his beard is light brown, and when the light hits it, it's reddish, just like her hair. So it's funny because every time he's like, I think your hair is looking a little bit reddish. I'm like, it's just like your beard. It's kind of confused, but I'm guessing it's still lighting up. She isn't losing hair. My mom and a couple family members were always mentioning that she's gonna lose all that hair and then it's gonna grow back, but she hasn't lost any hair. And I'm glad. She has a lot of hair. She was born with a lot of hair, and she still has a lot of hair. Her eyes are getting lighter as well. I think all babies are kind of born with blue eyes. They're kind of dark blue eyes, and then they'll eventually, as they grow, they turn into the color that they're gonna have. But she's still kind of in the blue section. They're just getting lighter, so it kind of looks like she's gonna be having light blue eyes. My husband has light blue eyes and I have green eyes, so we weren't sure if she was gonna get my eyes or his eyes or just get dark eyes and and not even have light eyes. But I think she's definitely gonna end up having his eyes. She is still sleeping through the night. We swaddle her every single time. I think that the key to having your baby sleep through the night is having a routine. And once you have that, and once the baby understands that, you're good to go. So basically what we do, we kind of stay up with her, and her last feeding is around 12:30 to 1 in the morning. At that point, you know, we swaddle her, we put her in her crib, and she sleeps until 4:15 or 4:30 a.m. At that point, I come to her room again, I pick her up and bring her back to our room. I feed her, change her diaper, swaddle her again, and put her in her crib, and she'll probably wake up again around 7:30 or 8 in the morning. And at that point, when I get her and I feed her in our room, I leave her there because my husband's getting ready to go to work, and he starts kind of just playing with her. He changes her diaper, sometimes he'll give her a bath, or he'll just start playing with her, and that's kind of their time. So I leave her in the bed. I don't put her back into her crib at that point. And that's our routine, and it's worked so far. She has had a few days where she is cranky and will kind of just, she'll stay in our room the whole night, but that's definitely, maybe she's had 4 or 5 of those nights in the entire time that she's been home. So we're definitely sticking to a pattern and a routine, and that's working for us. She loves taking baths. Ever since she got home, at first it was only sponge baths, but she liked those, and now she's having full baths and she really likes them. I think it's just the warm water hitting her skin. She really likes it. She also loves her car seat. Once we put her in her car seat and the car starts moving, she's in heaven. And anything can be wrong with her. She could be hungry, she could have a dirty diaper. Once she's in the car seat and the car is moving, she's in heaven and she calms down and goes to sleep. The second the car stops moving, she starts having a fit again. But once we get home, we don't take her out of the car seat. She's always sleeping, so we feel bad kind of waking her up and taking her out and stuff. So we just take the car seat into our house, and normally we kind of just leave the car seat there until she wakes up on her own. And she could stay there 20-30 minutes after we get home, just calm and sleeping in her car seat. So she really loves that. She loves to grab onto my hair. I think it's kind of a security thing. She feels like she doesn't have control until she grabs my hair, and it's kind of like, okay, if I fall, I would just hold onto your hair and I'm good. And she always grabs my hair. So it's funny. We're also doing tummy time a few times a day. Sometimes she'll last 5 minutes and then get cranky and want to get out. Other times she lasts 10, almost 15 minutes in tummy time, and she just enjoys it. Other times she doesn't enjoy it. I have to get her out right away. And while she's in tummy time, she actually kind of starts crawling, and she actually moves because we'll put her on a blanket and she'll already be getting out of the blanket by the time I have to bring her back into the middle of the blanket, and she'll start moving again. So it's pretty impressive that she already has that need to start moving and start crawling. The clogged tear duct that she had when we first brought her home, it's completely gone. I think it lasted probably 2 weeks, and I would just massage it and move kind of a little wet towel from warm water, also warm wet towel from the middle, whatever I had the clogged tear duct, to the outside. And I also put breast milk on it, even though my pediatrician said that didn't work because it wasn't an actual infection. But I did that and it went away. And thankfully, because it was kind of just breaking my heart to see her kind of, her eye stuck, and it looked like she was kind of just suffering, and I was suffering with her. So the pediatrician told me that it would probably go away around 4 months, and that killed me. I said I cannot have her having that for 4 months, but thankfully it went away within 2 weeks. She doesn't care too much for the sleep sheep. Not that she doesn't like it, but I don't think it really makes a difference. She basically sleeps through anything. Last night, I think I already mentioned this, but we went to a Heat game, and it was so loud, and there's a point where they kind of put on the screen, make some noise, and everybody starts screaming even more, and everybody in that whole entire arena was like screaming, and she was just sleeping throughout the whole thing. So I'm not sure if she's just a deep sleeper or what it is, but the sleep sheep isn't really a necessity for us. It doesn't make a difference. She loves her swing. We have her swing and we have a bouncer, and I started using her swing because I didn't have the correct batteries for her bouncer, so I started using her swing in the bathroom. I would put it in the bathroom while I took a shower and got dressed and got ready, and she absolutely loves it. The second I put her on her swing, within a minute or two she's sleeping. And the bouncer, I think I can have her there, but if she's cranky, I can't put her there to calm her down. She won't calm down, and she'll probably stay there around 10 to 15 minutes. The swing is kind of a miracle worker. She could be screaming and I put her in the swing and she just calms down, and she'll probably last there even half an hour sometimes. What else? That's about it. I'm gonna show you guys Aria really quick, but besides that, for me, I've only been extremely thirsty. It's probably due to the fact that I'm breastfeeding, but I haven't been ever the type of person to be thirsty and needing water. Even throughout my pregnancy, I kind of had to force myself to drink water. I think towards the end I started craving water, but I basically had to force myself to drink sufficient amount of water because I was pregnant. I never really needed it, and now I crave it and I need it, and so I'm always using either water bottles or that Starbucks cup that I have that kind of looks like those Starbucks cups that you just, they're disposable, you just throw away, but it's a plastic one that you wash and reuse. And it's because it has a lid, so when you're breastfeeding, it's the middle of the night and you're drinking water, you just put it down. You don't want to have to like go somewhere to put the cup down and be careful that it doesn't spill and all that. So that's about it. Besides that, nothing's really changed with me. I feel great. I feel like I didn't just have a baby. My C-section scar has completely healed and it doesn't hurt whatsoever. I remember that my last update was at 3 weeks and my stomach area was just sore. I feel like my insides were just all over the place and the inside was sore. Now it's completely gone. That soreness has completely disappeared and I don't have any pain whatsoever. So besides that, that's it. I think I'm gonna do a separate video on how I'm going to lose my baby weight and get back into shape, because today is 6 weeks postpartum, so you can start exercising, and I'm really looking forward to that. My husband and I are going to start exercising today, so I'll make a separate video on what we're gonna do, but our plan is to start doing Insanity, and I'm also watching somebody on YouTube. I completely forgot the name right now. I'll write it down in the description. I think it's kind of blog and Pilates into one word. Blogilates? Something like that. I'll write it in the description bar. But she's really fun and energetic, and her videos range from 5-minute kind of exercise routines to 15 minutes. And I think it's a great thing if you are a mommy, because you don't always have that, you know, that hour to spend exercising or that exact 30 minutes doing the Insanity. So this is a great option and alternative, because it could be 5 minutes and you just do that quick little short exercise routine, and you can replay it 3 times if you want, or you can do that 5-minute one. The baby's still not awake, hey, go do another 5-minute one, or go try a 10-minute one, or if the baby woke up, just pause it and continue later. So I think it's a really good alternative for mommies, because you can kind of go on your own pace and they're very short. So that's a good thing. I'll write it down in the description bar. And let me just show you really quick Aria. She's kind of napping, so hopefully she'll wake up so you can see her eyes. Look, baby. Oof. This is Aria. She's kind of sleeping right now. She always does that too with her mouth. She kind of goes. She'll like lose her bottom lip. Let's see if you can see it. You see? Her bottom lip is lost. But that is our little baby girl, and she is wearing a cloth diaper right now. Let me show you guys. She's swaddled too. And she's just wearing a little t-shirt. This is her cloth diaper that she's wearing. It's the little Joys. She's waking up now. Oh, baby. You gonna wake up for the camera, monkey? She has also been living in mittens. I cut her nails all the time, but she still manages to find a way to scratch her face. So she's kind of always in mittens. Right now she's not because she's swaddled, but most of the time she is in mittens. So that's definitely something that we've been using a lot. Say hi, Arya. Hi, baby. So bye, YouTube. See you guys in our next update. She finally opened her eyes, so I just wanted to show you guys. Oh, blue. What do you guys think? Are they gonna stay blue or are they gonna change?